Ladies and gentlemen, today is not just another day. It is the day that marks a turning point in your life. It's a moment that defines whether you will stay where you are or step into your destiny. Now, if you're not careful, you might let it slip by unnoticed. But make no mistake, this moment is crucial. The world is watching, and the question is, will you rise to the occasion, or will you allow fear, doubt, and complacency to hold you back? When you stand at the crossroads of your life, uncertain of the direction to take, it's important to remember one undeniable truth. You are not an accident. You are not just a random person existing in the vast sea of humanity. There is purpose woven into the fabric of your existence. You were born for something more than just to live day by day, to survive, or to pass time. No, you were chosen for something that the world cannot ignore. It's easy to get lost in the crowd, to feel like you are one of millions, insignificant and unnoticed. The pressures of life, the weight of your circumstances, and the doubts that creep into your mind can easily convince you that you don't matter, that your struggles define who you are, or that the vision you once had for your life is out of reach. But let me tell you this. You have been chosen. The fact that you are here today, the fact that you are hearing these words, means you have a divine purpose and a destiny that is far greater than what the world may try to convince you is possible. Being chosen does not mean that life will always be easy or that success will come easily. In fact, many of the most successful people in history went through trials, challenges, and struggles that would have defeated the average person. But what makes them different is that they recognized one thing. They were chosen for greatness. They understood that their purpose wasn't to fit into the mold the world tried to create for them. Their purpose was to break out of that mold and forge their own path. You see, greatness is not something that happens by chance. It is something that is ordained, planned, and intentionally set into motion. Greatness requires you to believe in yourself, even when the world tells you that you are not enough. It requires you to rise above the opinions of others, to see beyond the limitations that society tries to impose upon you. There is a reason you've been chosen for this journey, for this life. The very fact that you exist means that you have a unique set of gifts, talents, and abilities that no one else can replicate. Think about that for a moment. There is no one else on this earth who can offer what you can offer. There is no one else who can fulfill the purpose that you have been uniquely designed to fulfill. This is why it is so important to recognize your value and your purpose, because when you fail to see it, the world will often fail to see it as well. But when you see it, when you fully understand that you have been chosen for something extraordinary, everything in your life changes. Now, I know that sometimes, especially when things are not going the way you want them to, it can feel like the world is conspiring against you. It can feel like every step you take toward your dreams is met with resistance, that every road you travel is blocked, and that the very things that were supposed to be your stepping stones seem to be your stumbling blocks. But remember, being chosen does not mean the absence of struggles. It means that you are equipped to handle them. You've been given everything you need to rise above any challenge that comes your way. There is greatness within you waiting to be unleashed. And every setback, every failure, and every struggle is simply a lesson that's preparing you to step into your destiny. Being chosen means that you are being shaped, honed, and refined for something greater than you can yet see. It means that the challenges you face today are not there to destroy you. They are there to strengthen you, to help you grow into the person you need to be in order to fulfill your purpose. This is the key to understanding your calling. You are not meant to be comfortable. Greatness doesn't come to those who seek to be comfortable. It comes to those who are willing to endure discomfort, pain, and sacrifice for a greater cause. The world may try to tell you that success is a matter of luck, or that only certain people are meant to succeed. But that is a lie. Success is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. You have the power to choose to embrace your calling and step into your purpose. But that choice requires you to reject the lies and doubts that have been planted in your mind over the years. It requires you to stop listening to the voices that say you aren't good enough, that you don't have what it takes, or that your dreams are too big for you. You were made for greatness, and no one can take that away from you unless you allow them to. We live in a world that is constantly trying to define success in terms of material wealth, fame, and power. But true greatness is not found in what you can acquire or how many people know your name. True greatness is found in your ability to fulfill your purpose, to serve others, and to live a life that is aligned with the unique calling you have been given. You were chosen to impact the world in a way that no one else can. Your life, your story, and your purpose are meant to inspire others, to make a difference, and to leave a legacy that transcends time. If you want to fulfill your destiny, you must understand that you are chosen for more than just ordinary success. Your journey may not look like everyone else's. Your path may be filled with struggles and challenges that others will never experience, but that's because you have been chosen for something greater. When you walk in your purpose, when you embrace your calling, you will find that the very challenges that once seemed like obstacles will become the stepping stones to your greatness. There's a force within you that is greater than any challenge, greater than any failure, greater than any limitation. It is the force of purpose, and it is calling you to rise. When you embrace this force, when you understand that you are chosen for greatness, you will find the strength to keep going even when others would have given up. You will find the courage to step into your calling even when the road ahead seems uncertain, because you know deep down inside that you were born for this. You have been chosen, and the world needs you to step into your destiny. The world needs your gifts, your talents, your perspective, and your voice. Don't let anyone or anything stop you from fulfilling your purpose. It's time to rise, to embrace your calling, and to show the world what you are capable of. Because you were chosen for greatness, and the world is waiting for you to show up and shine. Success is not for the faint of heart. It's not for those who wish for things to come easily, or those who believe that all they need to do is dream and the world will magically align to their favor. No. The path to success is a journey that will test your limits, challenge your resolve, and force you to confront your deepest fears and insecurities. It is a path that is filled with obstacles, many of which will seem insurmountable at times. But here's the truth. The path to success is tough, and it's supposed to be tough. When you embark on the journey of pursuing your dreams and stepping into your greatness, you will encounter moments where you feel like giving up. You will experience setbacks that feel like they are designed to keep you from your goal. There will be days when nothing seems to go right, when the odds are stacked against you, and when the very idea of success seems impossible. But this is not a sign that you should turn back. On the contrary, this is the moment where you must push forward, because it's the tough moments that truly define who you are and what you are capable of. Many people look at successful individuals and think that their lives are somehow easier, that they have it all together, or that they somehow had an easier path to their achievements. But the truth is that every successful person has faced difficulties that they had to overcome. It's easy to look at the end result, the fame, the wealth, the recognition, and believe that success was handed to them on a silver platter. What you don't see is the countless sleepless nights, the sacrifices made, the pain endured, and the failures faced along the way. What you don't see is the internal battle between doubt and determination, between fear and courage, that each of these individuals had to fight in order to get where they are. Success is not about avoiding failure, it's about learning how to rise after failure. Every setback, every failure, and every obstacle is a lesson, a stepping stone on the path to success. You will fail and you will experience pain, but it's through these experiences that you learn. Success is not just about having the right skills or talents, it's about developing the perseverance and resilience to keep going, even when it seems like the world is against you. It's about learning to stand up after every fall, to keep moving forward even when your legs feel weak, and to keep believing in your dream even when it feels out of reach. The people who make it to the top are not necessarily the most talented or the luckiest. They are the ones who refuse to give up, the ones who refuse to accept failure as the final word. They are the ones who understand that success is not a straight path. It's a winding road filled with twists, turns, and detours. What sets them apart is their ability to keep moving forward, despite the challenges they face. They understand that the path to success is tough, and they embrace the struggle. One of the biggest obstacles on the path to success is the internal battle that takes place within yourself. It's the battle between your dreams and your doubts, between your vision of success and your fears of failure. It's easy to be excited and motivated when things are going well, when everything is aligning in your favor, and when you can see the progress. But when things go wrong, when the results aren't coming as quickly as you expected, and when you start questioning whether it's worth it, that's when your true character is tested. The path to success is tough because it requires you to confront your doubts, face your fears, and keep going even when the road ahead seems uncertain. At times, the path to success will feel lonely. You will look around and see others who seem to have it easier, who seem to be moving ahead faster, and you may even start to compare your progress to theirs. But this is the moment when you need to remind yourself that your journey is unique. Success is not a race. The struggles you face are shaping you for something greater. And the challenges you encounter are preparing you for the future you are meant to build. While others may be moving at their own pace, you are moving toward the destiny that is uniquely yours. Another tough reality of success is the constant need to push yourself beyond your comfort zone. The comfort zone is a dangerous place. It's where you settle, where you become complacent, and where growth stops. True success requires you to step outside of your comfort zone and do things that scare you, that challenge you, and that make you uncomfortable. Whether it's taking on a new challenge, learning a new skill, or facing a fear that has been holding you back, growth always happens outside of the comfort zone. The path to success demands that you stretch yourself beyond what you thought was possible, that you reach for things that feel out of your grasp, and that you take risks even when the outcome is uncertain. But here's the thing, the more you push yourself, the more you grow. The more you face challenges, the stronger you become. Success doesn't come from staying in the safe zone. It comes from stepping out into the unknown and conquering what was once perceived as impossible. Every time you push yourself beyond your limits, you expand your capacity for greatness. And over time, those challenges that once seemed insurmountable will become stepping stones to your success. Success is also tough because it requires a level of sacrifice. You cannot expect to achieve extraordinary results without being willing to make sacrifices. Success demands that you prioritize your goals over short-term pleasures, that you put in the hard work even when it's inconvenient, and that you make choices that may not always be easy but are necessary for your growth. The path to success is paved with sacrifices. Sacrifices of time, energy, comfort, and even relation. It's about choosing what's best for your future over what's easiest in the present. And let's not forget that the path to success is not linear. There will be detours, setbacks, and unexpected turns that will challenge your faith in your journey. There will be times when it feels like the finish line is moving farther away instead of getting closer. But this is the test. Will you quit when it gets hard, or will you keep moving forward, knowing that every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal? Success is tough because it requires you to stay committed even when the outcome is unclear, to trust the process and to believe in your vision even when the world around you doubts it. It's tough. Yes, it is, but it's worth it. Because at the end of the path, when you stand in the fullness of your success, you'll look back and realize that every struggle, every sacrifice, and every tough moment was worth it. The toughness of the journey is what makes the success so sweet. It's the very thing that makes you appreciate how far you've come, how much you've grown, and how much you've achieved. The path to success is tough, but it's also the path that leads to your greatest triumphs. There is a common misconception in the world that greatness is something you are born with, that it's an inherent gift given to only a select few. This belief is deeply ingrained in the culture around us, especially in a society that loves to elevate the lucky, the naturally talented, or the chosen ones, while ignoring the stories of those who've had to fight tooth and nail to achieve anything. But the truth is, Greatness is not a gift. It is not something that is bestowed upon you simply because of your birthright or your natural abilities. Greatness is earned. Many people look at successful individuals and believe that they somehow had an easier path. They see someone who has made it to the top, whether in business, sports, entertainment, or any other field, and think that person is simply lucky or born with it. They fail to realize that the so-called gifted individual likely faced countless struggles, setbacks, and failures on their journey. Greatness is not an accident. It is the result of consistent hard work, persistence, and a refusal to settle for mediocrity. It's a result of choosing to take action when others are waiting for a miracle, choosing to press on when everything around you is falling apart, and choosing to believe in your own potential when no one else does. This idea that greatness is a gift leads people to believe they don't have to work for it. This mentality is dangerous because it encourages passivity, and passivity is the enemy of success. If you believe that greatness is simply given to you, then you're less likely to put in the effort required to achieve it. You'll wait for the perfect moment, the ideal opportunity, or the lucky break. But luck doesn't sustain greatness. What sustains greatness is the ability to push through adversity, to overcome obstacles, and to continue working hard, even when it feels like your efforts are not paying off. Greatness requires an unwavering commitment to personal growth and continuous effort. One of the most important aspects of earning greatness is the ability to embrace failure. Most people fear failure. They see it as something to be avoided at all costs, as a sign that they are not good enough, not capable enough, or not worthy of success. But the truth is, failure is an essential part of the process of earning greatness. Without failure, there is no growth. Without failure, there is no learning. Without failure, there is no resilience. Failure is the teacher that molds us into the people we need to become in order to achieve greatness. Think about some of the most successful people in history. People like Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein, Michael Jordan, and Oprah Winfrey all faced rejection, disappointment, and failure at various points in their careers. But what made them great was their refusal to give up. They didn't let failure define them. They let failure refine them. They understood that success was not a straight path and that each failure was simply an opportunity to learn and grow. In fact, many successful individuals will tell you that their greatest achievements came only after they had faced and overcome their greatest setbacks. They understood that failure was not the end. It was simply a part of the journey toward greatness. To earn greatness, you must also be willing to put in the work. Talent and natural ability can only take you so far. There is no substitute for hard work. It's easy to look at someone who is naturally gifted and assume that their success came easily. But behind the scenes, there's often years of sacrifice, practice, and dedication. Greatness requires effort, time, and energy. Lots of it. It requires getting up every single day and doing the work, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's hard, and even when no one is watching. Consider the story of an athlete who makes it to the Olympics. Many people look at them during their moment of glory and think that they were always destined to be there, that they simply had a special gift for their sport. But what most people don't see is the countless hours of training, the discipline, the sacrifice, and the mental toughness required to reach the highest level of competition. The athlete didn't get there by taking shortcuts or relying solely on their natural abilities. They got there because they were willing to put in the work, day in and day out, year after year. Greatness is earned through the consistency of effort, the willingness to show up even when the results aren't immediate, and the discipline to continue refining your craft. Earning greatness means that you have to continuously challenge yourself to do better, to be better, and to grow beyond your comfort zone. It's easy to become complacent when you experience success. After all, if you've already achieved a level of success, why push harder? Why strive for more? But that's where the true difference lies. Greatness is not a destination. It's a continual process. It's about constantly striving for excellence, constantly pushing the boundaries of what you can do, and constantly seeking out ways to improve. If you want to earn greatness, you cannot rest on your laurels or settle for what you've already accomplished. You must continue to evolve, to learn, and to push yourself beyond your limits. One of the reasons that greatness is earned, not given, is because it requires a deep understanding of your own limitations. To achieve greatness, you must be willing to face the truth about yourself, the areas where you're weak, the habits that hold you back, and the fears that limit your potential. Greatness doesn't come from pretending to be perfect or from ignoring your flaws. It comes from recognizing them and taking the necessary steps to address them. You cannot become great by avoiding the difficult work of self-improvement. You must be honest with yourself about what you need to change, and then take the action required to change it. Earning greatness involves developing a mindset that is focused on long-term results rather than instant gratification. In today's world, we live in an era of instant access and quick results. Social media gives us a snapshot of success, and we're often led to believe that greatness can happen overnight. But true greatness takes time. It takes years of effort, of setbacks, of learning, and of growth. It requires patience and perseverance. In a world that wants everything now, learning to embrace the slow, sometimes painful process of earning greatness is one of the most important lessons you can learn. As you pursue greatness, there will undoubtedly be moments of doubt. There will be times when you question whether it's all worth it, when you wonder if you're capable of achieving the things you dream about. But here's the thing. Greatness is not something you are born with. It's something you create through consistent effort, through resilience in the face of failure, and through a relentless pursuit of excellence. The road to greatness is not easy, but it is the only road that leads to lasting success. When you embrace the fact that greatness is earned, you shift your perspective from waiting for things to happen to making things happen. You stop looking for shortcuts and start building a solid foundation of hard work and dedication. Greatness is not a gift, it is a choice. You can choose to work for it, to earn it, and to never settle for anything less than your best. There is a powerful force within each of us that, more than anything else, determines the course of our lives. It is not our talents, our intelligence, or our resources that have the most profound impact on the trajectory of our success. Rather, it is our belief in ourselves and in our potential. The power of belief is the driving force that propels us forward, that fuels our determination, and that shapes the reality we experience. If you do not believe in yourself, no amount of effort or opportunity will be able to unlock the greatness that lies dormant within you. On the other hand, when you believe in your potential and embrace the power of belief, you unlock a world of possibilities. Belief is not just a passive feeling, it is a dynamic, active force that shapes your thoughts, your actions, and your responses to the world around you. Your beliefs dictate the decisions you make, the risks you are willing to take, and the goals you set for yourself. They influence how you handle adversity, how you respond to failure, and whether you rise to the challenge or give in to fear and doubt. Belief is the lens through which you view the world. And if that lens is clouded by negativity, self-doubt, and fear, you will never be able to see the opportunities that are available to you. But when your belief is clear, when you see yourself as capable and worthy of success, you begin to manifest a reality that aligns with that belief. The most powerful and transformative belief is the belief in your own potential. Many people go through life underestimating their abilities, doubting their worth, or believing that they are destined for mediocrity. This self-limiting belief holds them back from pursuing their dreams, from taking risks, and from striving for greatness. Believing in your potential means that you acknowledge the gifts and talents within you and understand that you are capable of achieving extraordinary things. It means recognizing that no circumstance, no setback, and no person can define your limits unless you allow them to. The power of belief is not something that is just theoretical or abstract. It is real, and it has been proven time and time again by people who have accomplished things that once seemed impossible. For example, consider the countless individuals who have achieved success in fields like sports, business, art, and innovation. Many of these people faced overwhelming obstacles. They were told they were too old, too inexperienced, or too unqualified to achieve their dreams, but what set them apart from others was their unshakable belief in themselves. They refused to accept the limitations others imposed on them. They believed in their ability to overcome challenges and to rise above the obstacles in their way. And through that belief, they transformed the impossible into the possible. Belief has the power to shape your reality because it influences the choices you make and the actions you take. When you believe in yourself, you are more likely to take the necessary risks that lead to growth and success. You are more likely to put in the work, to make the sacrifices, and to persist through the challenges that come with the pursuit of your goals. If you believe that you can achieve your dreams, you will act with confidence and conviction. Your belief will propel you forward even when you face resistance. And it will give you the strength to keep going when others might give up. When you lack belief in yourself, you will hesitate to take risks. You will doubt your abilities and be unwilling to push through the discomfort and difficulty that comes with striving for greatness. Lack of belief leads to indecision, fear, and inaction, all of which keep you stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. When you don't believe in your potential, you are more likely to settle for less than you deserve, to avoid challenges, and to give in to the fear of failure. You will convince yourself that you are not capable, that your dreams are too big, or that success is reserved for someone else. This is why belief is such a powerful tool for success. It gives you the courage to take action. Action is the bridge between your dreams and your reality, but without belief, you will never take that first step. The most successful people in the world are not necessarily the smartest or the most talented. They are the ones who believe in themselves even when the world is telling them they are not good enough. They are the ones who, despite the obstacles, keep moving forward because they know that belief in themselves is the key to unlocking their potential. The power of belief also extends beyond just believing in your own abilities. It is equally important to believe in the process, the belief that the effort you put in today will yield results tomorrow. Many people give up too soon because they fail to see the immediate results of their work. They think that if success doesn't come quickly, it will never come at all. The truth is that success is a process, and it requires consistent effort, patience, and faith that the work you are putting in today is laying the foundation for your future success. When you believe in the process, you are willing to persist, to keep showing up, and to keep putting in the work, even when the rewards are not immediately visible. Belief also plays a critical role in overcoming failure. Failure is inevitable on the road to success. You will stumble, fall, and face setbacks that challenge your resolve. But how you handle failure will determine whether you rise to greatness or remain stuck in mediocrity. When you believe in your potential and trust the process, failure becomes a lesson, not a defeat. Belief allows you to see failure as feedback. Feedback that helps you learn, grow, and adjust your approach. It enables you to stay resilient, to bounce back stronger, and to continue pushing forward. Without belief, failure would be a roadblock that stops you in your tracks. But with belief, failure becomes an opportunity for growth and improvement. One of the most profound aspects of belief is its ability to affect your environment. When you believe in yourself and in your potential, that belief radiates outward. It influences the people around you, the opportunities that come your way, and the way the world responds to you. People are naturally drawn to those who exude confidence and self-assurance. When you believe in yourself, others are more likely to believe in you as well. Your belief creates a magnetic energy that attracts opportunities, support, and resources into your life. But if you lack belief, you may unintentionally push away the opportunities that could lead to your success. The power of belief is also connected to your ability to stay motivated in the face of adversity. The journey towards success is never smooth. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when the challenges seem too great, and when your energy is depleted. But belief is the fuel that keeps you going when you want to quit. When you believe in your vision, in your ability to achieve your goals, and in the worth of your efforts, you will find the strength to keep moving forward despite the obstacles. Belief is the anchor that keeps you grounded when life's storms threaten to pull you off course. Belief is the foundation of everything you do. It is the first step toward turning your dreams into reality. Without belief, all the strategies, skills, and resources in the world will not be enough to propel you to greatness. But with belief, you have the power to achieve anything you set your mind to. Belief is the spark that ignites your passion, the engine that drives your progress, and the light that guides you through the darkest moments. Embrace the power of belief and you will unlock the path to the life you were meant to live. In the pursuit of greatness, there is one quality that stands out above all others. It is not intelligence, talent, or luck that guarantees success. The true differentiator, the one trait that all successful individuals share, is persistence. Persistence is the force that propels you forward when the road gets tough, when obstacles seem insurmountable, and when the odds are stacked against you. It is the unwavering determination to continue moving forward, regardless of the setbacks, challenges, or failures you face along the way. Persistence is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who fall short. It is easy to start a journey, to dream big, and to have the motivation to take the first step. But what happens when the excitement fades? What happens when the path becomes difficult and the challenges begin to mount? Many people give up at this point. They become discouraged by the difficulty of the journey and the lack of immediate results. They think that because success hasn't come quickly, it will never come at all. This is where persistence makes all the difference. It is the ability to keep going when others stop, to continue pushing forward even when the progress seems slow, and to stay committed to your goals despite the obstacles. The importance of persistence cannot be overstated. Success is not an overnight achievement. In fact, most success stories are not built on a single moment of brilliance, but rather on years of effort, failure, learning, and growth. It is the ability to persist through the difficult moments that separates those who ultimately achieve their dreams from those who give up too soon. Every person who has achieved greatness has faced challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But what sets them apart is their refusal to quit. They understood that the road to success is rarely smooth. But with persistence, even the most difficult path can be overcome. Persistence requires a deep belief in the value of the journey itself. When you're pursuing your dreams, you will encounter moments of hardship. There will be times when you question whether it is all worth it, when you wonder if your efforts will ever pay off. It is in these moments that persistence becomes crucial. Persistence is the ability to trust in the process, to believe that your efforts will eventually lead to the results you desire. It is easy to get discouraged when things aren't happening as quickly as you'd like. But true greatness is never achieved by giving up at the first sign of difficulty. Instead, it is achieved by those who keep moving forward, no matter how long it takes or how hard the journey becomes. In order to truly understand the power of persistence, we must look at the role it plays in overcoming failure. Failure is an inevitable part of the journey toward success, and how you respond to failure can either make or break your ability to achieve greatness. Most people see failure as a reason to quit. They let their mistakes define them and convince themselves that they are not capable of achieving their goals. Persistence, however, reframes failure as a learning experience, an opportunity for growth. Those who persist understand that failure is not the end, it is simply feedback. It is a necessary part of the process that helps you refine your approach, sharpen your skills, and get closer to your ultimate goal. The most successful individuals in history have been those who failed repeatedly but never gave up. For example, Thomas Edison, who is often credited with inventing the light bulb, failed thousands of times before achieving success. He didn't see his failures as defeats, instead he saw them as steps toward finding the right solution. When asked about his many failures, Edison famously responded, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His persistence, his refusal to quit, led him to one of the most transformative inventions in human history. Without persistence, Edison's light bulb would have remained a distant dream. Michael Jordan, widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time, was cut from his high school basketball team. Many would have given up at this point, believing that their dreams were unattainable. But Jordan's persistence was unwavering. He used this rejection as motivation to work harder, to train longer, and to improve his game. His refusal to give up and his relentless work ethic eventually led him to become a 6-time NBA champion, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, and one of the most iconic athletes in history. Jordan's story is a testament to the power of persistence in the face of rejection and adversity. Persistence also requires an ability to stay focused on the long-term vision, even when the immediate results are not visible. It is all too easy to become discouraged when success does not come quickly, but true persistence is the ability to continue working, day in and day out, even when the finish line seems far away. Every successful person has had to endure times of frustration and uncertainty. They have had to face the temptation to quit and the pressure to abandon their dreams. But what they all share is the ability to keep moving forward despite these challenges. Persistence is the key to weathering the storm when things seem difficult, and it is the force that helps you maintain your focus and your drive until you achieve your goals. One of the greatest challenges to persistence is the fear of failure and the pressure of judgment from others. Many people give up because they fear how they will be perceived by others. They worry about looking foolish, about failing in front of their peers, or about being judged for not succeeding quickly enough. However, persistence requires a mindset shift. It requires you to stop caring about what others think and to focus solely on your own journey. The opinions of others will never determine your success. It is only your commitment to your vision and your ability to persist in the face of obstacles that will carry you to greatness. It is also essential to recognize that persistence does not mean blindly pushing forward without changing course when necessary. Persistence is not about stubbornly refusing to adapt or evolve. It is about maintaining the commitment to your goals while being flexible enough to adjust your strategies when necessary. Persistence requires a willingness to learn, to adapt, and to grow along the way. Sometimes the path to success is not linear, and you may need to change your approach or try a different method. Persistence is the ability to continue moving forward, even when you need to adjust your course. Gray, I turn to you, Gray, as I say this. A strong habit is rarely achieved through bursts of inspiration or moments of brilliance. It is achieved through consistent, disciplined effort. Persistent individuals make a habit of showing up, of doing the work every single day, even when they don't feel like it. They understand that success is built on the foundation of daily effort, and they are willing to make that effort day in and day out, regardless of how they feel or how difficult it may seem. Persistence also involves the ability to maintain a positive mindset in the face of challenges. It's easy to stay motivated when things are going well, but true persistence shines through when things are tough. It is the ability to maintain your belief in your goals, your potential, and your ability to overcome challenges even when everything seems to be going wrong. This is what sets the persistent individual apart from the rest. When others are ready to quit, the persistent individual keeps going. They remain focused on their vision and their purpose, knowing that the journey, no matter how difficult, is worth it in the end. The power of persistence cannot be underestimated. It is the driving force behind every success story, and it is the one quality that all great individuals share. Whether in business, sports, the arts, or any other field, persistence is the difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who settle for mediocrity. Persistence is the bridge that connects your dreams to your reality. When you persist, you demonstrate the strength of your commitment, the depth of your belief, and the power of your vision. It is persistence that enables you to push through obstacles, to rise above adversity, and to keep moving forward, no matter how tough the journey becomes. If you want to achieve greatness, you must embrace the power of persistence, because without it, your dreams will always remain just that, dream. The end. The journey to greatness is not reserved for the chosen few. It is a path that is available to anyone who is willing to embrace the principles of belief, perseverance, and resilience. You are not defined by the challenges you face, but by your ability to persist in the face of them. The power to achieve your dreams lies within you, and it is through your unwavering persistence that you unlock the doors to your destiny. Every obstacle you encounter, every setback you face is not a roadblock, but a stepping stone to greater success. You have been chosen for this journey, not because of your perfection, but because of your potential. Hurry, for you have already passed the first test. Now it is time to persist and rise. For only 1% make it, but you are destined to be among them.